Landshark. This is Anthony, and we're here for the MidMorning BreakRoom. With me, I have my co-pilot, Derek, Nascarman 3345. We got Craig, the Landshark picker, and Tommy. And today you might notice that we're in a little bit different of a location. We are in a rent-a-car going to Brimfield, Massachusetts for one of the largest market / yard sales. So, yeah, we're taking you guys on the road with us, so it's going to be fun. I'm going to go ahead and let my co-hosts introduce themselves and what they do. We'll start off with Derek since he's right here on the screen with me.
Hey guys, you all know me. I'm Nascarman 3345. Yes, we are in Rhode Island, flying to Brimfield, Massachusetts. I do Mercari. Started shop eBay, so I'm pretty much going to be doing that. Toy shows, flea markets, and everything. The ghost is behind me, guys, so you'll see crazy things happening today. So, we're going to have one. Why don't we send it over to Craig?
Hey guys, Craig here. Landshark Picker is my channel on the tubes here in the great state of Alabama. I'm not in the car traveling today. I still on all the usual platforms: eBay, Amazon, excuse me, Facebook Marketplace, and Mercari. Source all the same places everybody else does, with the addition of Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. And appreciate everybody coming in this morning.
I'm Tommy, the Bargain Effect. I'm over here, central Wisconsin Dells area, if anybody knows that. Same thing, you know, just your average everyday product relocation specialist, sourcing the auctions, the flea markets, the rummages, the thrift stores, and the local grocery store. Just trying to find stuff that I can buy for a reasonable price to me and resell and still try to give a bargain, but make a little money in the way. Now, I do have some good news.
Uh-oh.
I've been talking to a few people behind the scenes that we want to get into doing some private merch for people, offer better prices than eBay and Amazon. Bought my sub-lamination printer about a month ago. They're a little pricey, so I got to buy this stuff in sections. I did buy all my transfer stuff, and this morning, which is why I jumped in here right at the last minute, I was putting my order in for my heat press. I finally saved up my funds to buy the heat press. So by the end of next week, we should be ready to rock and roll for people. If you're interested in anything, we got the good heat press that'll do hats, plates, cups, and pretty much anything you want. Mouse pads, pants, whatever. We got the good one.
Can I do it with yoga pants?
You can do it with yoga pants as long as they're mostly polyester.
So can I buy the Nascarman 3345 ones and put Landshark Picker over them?
We can work with your we can work with your design. That's what we're going to work on. We're going to find out what people primarily want. You know, because I'm not a big company. I don't have big fat pockets, so I want to start out with some of the basics. You know, the hats, the t-shirts, and like if they want yoga pants. And then we'll expand out into different things as we can afford to buy different type of merch.
Right. That'll be cool.
Going 70 up over and
So, as you can see,
Always.
Anthony, what? Can
Your
still hear
connection
us?
is pretty bad. Barely.
Yeah. All right.
sorry.
All right.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, we are literally we're in, the towers are right here, so I don't know why we're not catching anything good, but yeah, like Anthony has here, how do we source? Well,
We're in the process.
we're in the process of doing it right now, so.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, it's different. It's different in everybody's area. Just like we talked the other day. If everybody has access to different things, and typically they source what's available at the right price in their area, you know. Misha Renee says, I guess Derek and Anthony are having a dance party in the car, strobing like crazy. I guess it's the sunlight.
Yeah, the sunlight. I'm trying to play around with it. So guys, sorry about that. We are 3 big men and a little Malibu.
Fat guy in little car. Call him big. I might take the trophy for being the fattest guy in the car.
There you go.
So there's always that.
So we're going to Joe.
Straight.
All right.
So when you
yeah.
get-
So go ahead.
when you guys get there, are you going to be live walking around like we did at the flea market, Derek?
Yeah.
We'll probably have to do that. On
Am I going to be able to purchase? Am I going to be able to purchase from the flea market through you?
Could be.
All right.
We have StreamYard.
Yeah, my battery will be dead by then. I don't
That's
have.
right. You don't have
I don't
a.
have like a regular plug-in.
Gotcha.
Let's,
Yeah,
uh,
we'll do it.
let's
Yeah, we'll
Let's go
figure
through
it
and
out.
say
Yeah.
hello to everybody. I know we jumped right in. Let me go ahead and say hey to everybody.
We're going to try to hit the yard sales around Burnfield first because that's where the better deals are probably going to be found.
Yeah.
Because not only is the entire town turned into a flea market, but all the houses where people live, they take off the week and they do like week-long yard sales at their houses. So we're going to try to go there, like get like dirt cheap prices first.
There you go.
So Tommy, why don't you welcome everybody in?
I think Craig was just about ready to do that.
That's fine. Siosa Sales, yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Siosa Sales is first in. Good morning, Siosa. Yeah, you're first in because I am the panel and I don't count, and Anthony doesn't count either. So yes, you are first. Welcome. Veronica the Cherry Picker, good morning. Y'all go check out her channel. She started doing some content, so definitely go check that out. A lot of good stuff. I know she did like an exercise video not long ago. Caffeinated Christy, good morning. Eric Bischoff, good to see you again. Glad you made it back. Bargain Effect, now skip him. Just me, Kathy, good morning. Good to see you. Justin Jacobs, good to see you. Good morning. DC Sales, that's your license plate hookup, right, Anthony? Good morning, DC. Rumped up Jamie. I have the same problem sometimes. All the stuff we've done via StreamYard has been hit or miss with whether I get the notification or not. I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing or what. Tease Flips, good morning. Kelly the Econ Mom Ward, good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. West Max Gary. Gary, I appreciate your comment you made as we shut up shop yesterday after the show. I think it was after we'd already dropped. I really appreciate that. It does our heart good to hear people make positive comments about what we do on here. And I definitely appreciate that. Who else? If you're in the woodworks, come up and say something. Steven Scroggins, good morning. Good to see you again this morning. Michelle Lathan, good morning. Misha Renee, how's it going?
So those guys.
Don't want to leave anybody out. I'm getting there.
Sounds
Ronini,
good now.
good morning, Lynn. Good to see you again. Pearl is Precious. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
Morning.
I'm getting there. Hope I'm getting there. Bargain Effect. Sales. Harlan, good morning. Hope everything's going well in the northern part of our great state. John, Dad's Vintage Garage. How are you? Hope things are going well in Virginia. Good to see you again. First troll of the morning. All right. DMK Scrap Metal and Reselling Project. Good morning. All right, I think I'm there. Yeah. Anthony, you have arrived on the scene. You have your first official troll.
No. You're right on the scene. You got your first troll.
I've had trolls before, but
yeah.
What's up, troll? How's it?
Somebody knocked him out already.
They can't reply. But Tushar Mayura, we appreciate you stopping by for the brief period of time you're with us. Thanks for stopping by. But
Massachusetts.
Sourcing. I know everybody's got their own thing. I got a comment on my video, the video I did yesterday. It's a great guy. I'm not bashing this guy, but he says that he doesn't do thrift stores anymore. He does more auctions and things like that. You know, everybody's got their own methodology. You know, one's not right, one's not wrong. It's like we always talk about. It's just what's right for you. And some areas, you know, Tommy. I know Tommy was talking yesterday about how limited his stuff is close to the house. Typically, you know, Tommy has to source a little bit differently.
Yeah.
You know? I hate to say it every show, every time a topic comes up, but it's just not a one size fits all. You know.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, they especially Anthony will tell you straight out, just from with us going to one store yesterday, he finally learned how I do my sourcing.
Yeah, he calls it his honey hole, him and the ghost. And man, I walked in there and I was like, dang. It was a great little resale shop.
Did y'all run into Steve Rakin? He was down in Rhode Island yesterday.
No, not at all.
I'll tell you, he missed some good bolos though, because we found them.
That's good.
Yeah.
But,
like while we're up here, it's a totally different sourcing aspect when you come up to Burnfield. A lot of this stuff is not new. That's why some of the yard sales we like to hit, because some of the stuff is new. You're looking at a lot of primitives, because Burnfield is right next to Old Sturbridge Village, which is one of the oldest villages that is still around from the 1800s. And they actually show you they have a blacksmithing center in there, and so you're in old. We go through and go live. You're going to see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see anywhere else. So
right. DC Sales says pawn shops used to be a good source a long time ago. I think anywhere can be a good source. You know, it's just it depends on what your area has. You could go from one pawn shop to another, and one could have video games priced at $8 a piece with no room to make any money. And you walk into one right next door, and they've got those same games priced at $2, and you can make a handful of dollars.
I've seen Chase after the right price clean up at pawn shops. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys have seen him. He does reselling, but he like kind of is niched down to video games as far as his channel goes. But he sells a little bit of everything through like eBay and Amazon. But he cleans up a pawn shop all the time.
Who were you saying? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Sorry about that. That we have. I forgot to tell you guys that we have Lady Freebird as our GPS today. So, Lady, if you're in the chat, thank you very much.
You can go in settings and you can change the voice.
I think he lives like the British naughty librarian talk.
I'm trying to turn the Wi-Fi off on your phone and just run off the cellular data.
Oh yeah, we can do that. I guess we're having an issue with that.
Sorry, my phone rang. It said Provo, Utah, and I know eBay is out that way somewhere. I had to at least answer it and see if it was him.
Yeah, because I noticed if I'm out like just streaming, like watching YouTube or something, and we're going through town, if I have my Wi-Fi on my phone and it detects that there's Wi-Fi, it tries to connect it, and that puts a bad buffer on my videos and stuff. But if I turn my Wi-Fi when I'm off, when I'm out and about, it runs a lot smoother, and that might help them out a little bit. Yeah.
You know, a lot of talk about pawn shops. You just have to be selective, you know. Somebody said, I just saw it and I lost it.
Go ahead. Talking about pawn shops, you know, the bigger pawn shops like the chains, Pawn America, that's what we have here as far as a big chain. If you learn how to read the tags, because Pawn America works on a 90-day cycle. These sell it. If they don't sell within 90 days, it goes on a pallet and it goes somewhere else to basically just get it out of their store, because after the 90 days, it's costing them money to have it in their store.
Do they have something on their tag that tells you how long it's been in the store? Or
Yeah,
something?
there's a date code on it of when it was priced, and then they'll knock it down every 30 days. So it'll be full price the first 30 days. Then the next 30 days it goes to like 75% off, and the last 30 days it'll go to half off.
Right.
And if you can hit it up and watch them tags, and within like a couple of days of that 90 days, I think you can bargain with them and get them down super low. You can also ask them, what do you have in the back as far as unsold? And they try to sell you like a bulk of stuff. I mean, they're not going to go back there and search for like little one-off things. But if you say, hey, what do you got in the back for electronics? They're going to crack you a deal on a pallet of stereo receivers, you know?
Right. Because they're in the business of trying to move stuff, especially if it's approaching that 90-day period, you know?
Right.
If it approaches that 90-day period, at 90 days, they've got to put labor into boxing it up and putting it on a pallet and all that kind of stuff.
So that's why they want to just get rid of it. And there's a local pawn shop, just a little privately owned pawn shop where, you know, you can talk with them too. Don't just go by what's on the floor. Build a rapport, go in there a couple of times, talk to them, and then, you know, let them know what you do, and they'll actually try to sell you stuff that
Down at the bottom, it should be $3.
is just in their way, or it's just not selling for them in their store, but it might sell for us online, and you can get it cheap, you know.
Right.
It's about another one of those things that you always talk about, Craig. It's network with the places you source from. You know, talk to especially a privately owned business. You can really get a good plug if you develop a relationship.
Oh, for sure, definitely there. And I think you'd have a lot better luck doing it with a private company, like, you know, a smaller, you know, maybe a homegrown or a individually owned thrift store. You know, not I think say a thrift shop, I guess you would call it, more than a thrift store. You know. Because we've got a handful of those around town. They're a little bit tougher because a lot of the people that open those are in the same business we are. A lot of them are resellers.
Right.
But you never know. You know, I've got a contact in Alabama that has offered to let me come up and pick their unlisted stuff. And this guy has a lot of stuff.
Now, I just learned in town here. There's been a little store right on Main Street in our town, and the hours are weird. I've only been in there a couple of times, but I found out some background on the lady that has a store. She used to do eBay years ago, and she just didn't like it. She just didn't get the computer part of it. She was never comfortable. So she opened this little store. What she does is she buys closeout stuff. She buys the what do you call it? Discontinued products. That's we all know is a hot product.
Great market.
End of season products, you know, just discontinued or overstocks and stuff like that. So it's all brand new merchandise. But I found out that she has a building full of stuff that she bought for the brick and mortar, and you know, she'd buy 100 things and it just didn't sell in our little town. So it gets moved to her building. And she wants people to buy that in bulk. So I'm going to probably head over there this weekend and talk to her and see what she's got. But there's a couple of people that buy from her for the flea market here, which if it didn't sell at the brick and mortar, it may sell at the flea market, but they're getting it cheap enough to put at the flea market. So I'm going to see what she's got that might be internet worthy.
Right. And that brings up a great point as far as sourcing. You said, you know, small towns. I know you've talked about grocery stores and stuff like that. And we've talked about going outside of the big chain stores, you know, even at Walmart. So many people go in there and shop in the Walmart clearance. And Tommy's talked about, you got to look at those other aisles. Same thing when you're talking about a big chain versus a small time store. The grocery store you talk about, I guarantee it's a small town grocery store.
It's exactly what it is.
You know, you're going somewhere that people think, I can't make any money here. Why would anybody be shopping here? You know, and it's our main grocery store in town, which has pretty much everything we need. But it's only about the size of a Walgreens. It's not the size of your average grocery store like Festival Foods or a Smith's or whatever you guys got around you. Pick and Saves are one of our big chains up here.
You know,
I would
a Kroger. It's not big like that. It's about the size of a Walgreens.
Right. But getting into those areas, I don't know if they stock toys. You know, they may have a small little toy section. I mean, tiny. You know, like Walgreens is a bad example. I'm trying to think of a better example of
CVS
like,
has a very, very
like
CVS
Publix.
has a very, very
big,
small
Publix has a tiny toy section. You can do
Oh, they used to have
decent in toys there because they're not going to turn them as fast because it's not their main focus, you know?
Just Me Kathy says the Amish stores around here that sell discounted items are awesome sourcing places. We have in Wisconsin 2 of what, I don't know if it's what they're called or if it's what people just refer to them as, but we have 2 places that are called Amish Walmarts.
Oh, really?
And they're not connected with Walmart in any sort of way, but they sell, I guess, pretty much of everything you would expect the Amish to sell. And I really want to get to one. I've been to one of the local web pages. They have a web page, which kind of surprised me because I thought the Amish don't do electric and stuff like that. But but they have a web page, and I mean, just looking at some of the stuff they have there, yeah, I see money. I just haven't gotten over that way because it's a little bit out of the way.
But I think a lot of that is they hate to use the cliche statement of thinking outside the box or zig when other people zag, but you know, you can follow the crowd, but you're really gonna find those unique items by looking in places that other people don't.
Right. I'm looking through chat here and like I'm looking through chat. DG Picker says he sources at a little Indian owned mini mart. You know, and that's one thing about finding, you know, going into the little or privately owned places is these source differently and different products than the big box store does. So they have stuff in there that not everybody's going to find. It might be pretty unique to that store, you know.
That's
which is a lot better than stuff that you find in every chain store.
My wife is. Yeah.
Who else? This is where.
Yep. Can you hear us, guys, at all?
We hear you, but you have a major delay, Derek.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What's up, wifey?
Your delay is probably close to a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Myra. Yes, I do hang on like this. Not used to. Haven't done a lot of driving in a while. So, and yeah, the way Anthony drives, yeah, you have to hold on.
I think he drives fine.
If y'all would get a little bit, if y'all would get a little closer together, you wouldn't have to hold on so tight.
No. So I want to welcome in. Jordan just came in. Steve Acorn. Hey, Steve. Welcome in.
Hey, Steve.
Ashley.
How's it going,
Ashley,
Steve?
what's going on? So
I was watching Steve's show this morning that is live that he had on.
Talking about sourcing, I don't remember Steve. I don't remember if you were in Pittsburgh or where. You went. He was in a small. It looked like a smaller grocery, and he and Marsha were hitting the discontinued looking stuff or the health and beauty. It looked like it wasn't really a thrift store. I don't think. It looked like it was just a bunch of stuff thrown on the shelves though, and they were doing really well. Steve has gotten that Steve has the discontinued stuff figured out. He's done real well with that stuff, especially in health and beauty.
Health and beauty discounted stuff is a gold mine. Because once a woman learns to love a product or a hair color, a certain dye style, and they discontinue it, she's trying to find it and buy it up, you know, and get as much as she can. I know that personally because of Destiny. She has certain hair dyes that it takes her forever, that she likes the tint, she likes the color, she likes how it sets in her hair, and then all of a sudden they're going to change it. So she'll be like, let's find this. Let's grab all I can because they're not going to have it no more. They changed the color or discontinued it or the whatever. And
that's what generates the market for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So do y'all share hair dye or do you get your own?
I use nail polish. No.
I'm kidding.
Red tint here today, Tommy.
yeah, he's got a little bit of red tinge on it. And I see a little on his face too.
You might want to do it down here.
The only thing I do once in a while, I'll do in my hair is I'll frost it.
That's what I did. That's how my look started looking like this.
Man, you guys are done with your wife.
I'm not
And
gray.
Anthony's wife is throwing him under the bus. Anthony drives like a 90-year-old man. It drives me nuts. No pun intended.
She drives like a bat out of hell, though. Yeah. She'd already be in prison right now.
That sounds just like how me and Destiny are. Destiny's the grandma driver, and I'm the one that's like, get out of my way.
Yep.
It makes you feel better, Ash. I have called somebody a jag-off since we've been live.
Yeah.
That's a Pittsburgh thing, right?
Yeah, TC's out. He always sees that Ashley's driving, not you, when you're out.
Wow. So
That's why she gets stuff like yard sales, because she gets them there before anything else.
Yep.
Fish and Pickens says, have y'all noticed that some products now have invisible UPC now, so we can scan with a scanner or phones? What do you mean by invisible?
It's one of those ones where when you put your phone up to it, you can see it, but when it's on the package, you don't see it.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
Invisible UPC.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
For the package, and instead, when you look at it, there's no UPC there, but when you put your phone up to scan it, it comes up on the screen.
So how do you know where on the package it is? You just got to kind of run.
You gotta look. You gotta look at everything.
That's weird on truck.
I wonder if that's just certain stores or certain brands. I can't imagine that. Can't imagine that working, because how you would have to have very specific barcode scanners to pick that stuff up. I would think that would be a big investment. And if I'm producing a product and I do something like that, I think I'm limiting my market about where I can sell that. I mean, I may not be understanding it, but
Gonna go through Boston to get there?
No, Boston's that way.
Okay.
That's Boston.
Boston.
I would love to go through Boston dressed like I am right now.
He's got his Bumblebee Pittsburgh Steelers.
How do you take a computer? Greg, how do you take a screenshot on your computer?
How I take a screenshot on mine is different than you do. I've got a Mac.
Yeah, mine, Command Shift 4.
Does anybody in chat know how to take a screenshot on their computer? I know it's just a keystroke.
I think you can do Control Alt, and there's a print screen up on the top right above your. I always hold down like Control Alt Shift, and then a print screen, which is up above the keypad, the number pad.
Oh, that's not working.
Well, then you have. I think you have to go into like Paint or something, and paste it in, because all that does is put it in your clipboard.
Oh.
Just add Google.
Actually, Windows 10 may have the sniping tool or snipping tool or whatever you want to call it.
Snipping, not sniping. You're not on eBay sniping bids.
Snipping doesn't sound very good either.
An ass by any other name is still an ass.
Sometimes they're close.
Misha says Control and print screen. I always get confused about which one it is. If I always hold Control Shift, I'll hold them all down, and it works. Oh, he's saying Walgreens. Fish and Pig talking about the invisible barcodes is saying it's Walgreens. I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go by Walgreens and look, because I want to see that. So that may be a development opportunity, finding something that will read that and scan it.
I love Walgreens.
A lot of people
I always
Walgreens.
find stuff there.
You know,
I've done real well at Walgreens. Plus, they always have good Disney stuff for me to get my wife.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about, if you run into stuff like that, if you're searching with the Amazon app, you can put it on the front of it, just like it's using a book as an example. You can do the same thing. Instead of grabbing the barcode, you can grab the book cover, and it works with products as well. It's going to do OCR. It's going to do character recognition. There was a question that we missed earlier. Let me back up.
Look at this.
I have not even put a scanner on my phone. What apps are best for RA? It depends on what you're doing. For books, I use Scout IQ, which is a paid app. You have to have the professional Amazon subscription for the seller. It's good for books. You can just use the Amazon seller app to scan things. Some people use Scoutify 2 to scan items. If you're doing eBay, you can scan barcodes directly within the eBay app. Those are the only ones that I have exposure to. I'm sure there's others. That's the only ones I'm aware of.
DMK, we wouldn't be on a two-person bike or a motorcycle together. It wouldn't work.
For my dad, I had planned for us to get a tandem bicycle for Brimfield.
Thanks.
Or even the Ghost.
Dude, they don't have a bike big enough.
Did that
for
take
all
a
three of them.
Did that take a screenshot for you, Tommy?
It did. It took a screenshot for me. I did a test on it. I took a screenshot of the Google instruction page, and it worked into Paint. But then I tried to do it like on this window, and when I go to paste it in, it still keeps pasting in the original one I took.
Huh.
It's like it won't take a new one. I don't know.
Are you running Windows 10?
Yeah.
Go down in the little search, whatever the thing is, down by your little start, but what used to be the start button.
Yeah.
And type in SNIP, and it should autocomplete. Come up with sniping tool.
Snipping tool.
I don't know why I call it sniping. Whatever.
Oh yeah, it gets hot. I don't know if it has a fan in it or whatnot.
I don't think so.
Myra Lane saying I would want an app independent of eBay or Amazon. So when you're talking about scanning, what would you want it to present you? If you're wanting something outside of eBay or Amazon, are you wanting it to pull up eBay or Amazon comps, or showing you the product on eBay or Amazon? What are you looking for? Trying to understand what your question is. I assume you're talking about RA, and
there's like a comping app that you could just scan an item and it'll give you the rates everywhere. Kind of like, I don't know if it's Priceline or whatever that gives you the rates at different hotels, airlines, or whatever. I think it'd be cool if we had an app for resellers that'd be like, okay, this is $20 on eBay, 30 on Amazon, 15 on Etsy. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be awesome.
Here's something I don't think we talk enough about, especially on this show, is Craig's app. That would be a pretty cool add-on, Craig.
Right.
If you were able to make your app somehow like mobile friendly, where you could scan it on there and then ask you, do you want to open it up on the eBay, Solds, Amazon? I don't know if that'd be an entirely new app or if that's something you could work with on your extension.
Well, the Chrome extension only works on desktop. It doesn't work on mobile by definition, because there's not really an idea of plugins or extensions in the Chrome browser on mobile. But I could definitely make it with it. My quickest way to market with something like that would be to use, make it work with a handheld scanner. I don't know where mine is. It sits right here. To read it. The problem with using your camera is it's a little bit slower. If you use a barcode scanner, it is going to be faster. And I started messing with that a little bit. Was working on an app that you would just go down the line at Walmart and just beep, 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 and scan, and it would load all those products up, and it would present you with a web page that showed you all the information on all the products you just scanned. I didn't get real far with it. I hadn't had a lot of time to dedicate to it, but
Myra asked if you can scan with Cellhound. No, you not at. No,
you can't. They've got a. I don't think you can. They've got one piece. I've got Cellhound on my phone. Give me a second.
Yeah, they have a search. They have that search hound that will like comp things out for you, but they don't. It doesn't have a scan feature.
What's it worth? Cellhound. Compare secondhand marketplaces. I'm curious. Oh,
which the Cellhound for people that sell on multiple marketplaces. I mean, just the search, which is free to use, is pretty awesome, because it'll compare stuff on wherever it's sold. It'll compare it on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari. It's pretty cool.
but it doesn't look. I just opened it up. At least the version I have on my phone, it does not offer a scan option. You just have to type in what you're looking for.
Right.
Um,
and they're a fairly new company, you know, so give them time. They're open to suggestions too. You know, I know Sue, you know, pretty well. We've talked. The Cellhound is the one that paid for me and Destiny to go to Ecom Chicago last year.
There is a price compare app, and I can't remember what it's called. I had it on my phone at one point. Golly, I can't remember what it is. Hey, we got a couple of people jump in the chat. Norgasar, good morning, Darlene. Commonwealth.
Darlene, my MIO. Or, yeah, got it.
Gate City Picker, Paul, how's it going? European Cruise, finding some good stuff. That sounds like fun. Moronic Pest, good morning. Brad Barr, that's a name I haven't seen before. Good morning. Good to see you here. Welcome in.
I will forward that request to. I'll forward it to Cellhound, to the crew there, because it would be a cool feature. But right now they're basically just doing clothing and fashion, so it's like hard for them to work with the hard goods right now. They do plan on opening that up at some point.
I've heard a lot of people talk great things about Cellhound. I have not used it myself just because I don't sell a lot of clothing, you know. Mm-hmm. And I think their price point, unless you buy a really big package, is like $1.70 or so a piece, if I remember right. But if you're into clothing, it would save you a lot of time, and you can afford to absorb that $1 whatever a piece. You take a picture, and they build a listing for you. They do all the research, they do all the comping, they do everything.
Yeah, and they make it SOE or SEO. I mean, everything they do, and they set it up to be posted on multiple platforms. Like, they just don't create an eBay listing. They create a listing that would be used on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, wherever you would want to, and you just click a button and boom, it goes, you know.
Right. But that's all they do. They don't offer any integration as far as managing the listing after it gets over there. It's just a push platform, right, where it builds the listing and sends it off.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody's into selling clothing, you know, as a primary source, it could save you some money, I think. But you just have to understand that you've got that $1.50, $2 a piece.
The cherry picker says, I pay for Completely app. It gives you sell-through rates on eBay, easier to see what sells.
The list Completely. I wonder if that's a new addition. I think they've made that. That's another up-and-coming app. I know they went to eBay Open this year. Scott had them on their show a week or so ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, and they had a huge influx of registrations and had a lot of technical issues, but they're over that. And I think they're just one of those small. I hate to say smaller companies because I don't know what size they are. I know they had 2 primary people that have been on the show, but I think there's a lot of good up-and-coming little apps like that are very good. And I'm not here to, you know, we're not making any money off promoting these people. I know Destiny tried it, and there are some issues that y'all run into. But definitely keep an eye on them, because I think theoretically, I don't know if Cellhound and List Completely are competitors, but only because the Cellhound is primarily clothing. The List Completely is pretty much a multi-channel listing platform where you build your listing. You can either pull your listings off of eBay and push them to Mercari and Poshmark. What else does it send them?
Get me there.
I can't remember where else it sends them.
Yeah, I like to do it that way too.
Lynn, which Disney mug are you talking about? Oh, not List Completely, just Completely. Is that what you're talking about, Veronica?
Let's look it up.
Lynn, are you talking about this Disney mug that I showed the other day?
Common Road.
With that old Greenwood. No.
If this is the one you're talking about, Lynn, no, I have not sold it yet. I would, if you're interested in it, I would definitely make you a good price on it if you're interested. Veronica, if you're not, so is it just called Completely?
Completely Pro for eBay.
Completely Pro. I haven't heard of that one. I'm sorry. I went all the way off the deep end, assuming that she was talking about List Completely. I apologize. Completely for eBay.
$3.99. Is that a one-time fee or a monthly fee?
And it's a mobile. Okay, that is the app I was looking for earlier. That is the one that I was talking about. I was talking about one that was a mobile app that pulled comps. That is it. And it's pretty good. I don't remember. It looks like you can. Veronica, can you do scans, or do you have to type in what you're searching for? Looks like a good app. I don't know if I bought it or not. I thought I had it on my phone at one point. I have to go back to the Apple Store and see what. Good morning, Neville. Appreciate you stopping by from over the big pond, over the hills and far away. I think Derek is saying I'm number one. Is he holding up one finger up there? Is that what he's doing?
I'm not sure what he's doing.
I think he's stuck. Derek, if you're okay, hold your finger up. Completely. Veronica, thanks for pointing that out. That is the one I was looking for, the complete. Could have sworn I had that at one point. No, apparently I didn't. Or maybe I downloaded a trial. Jordan DG Picker, yeah. Veronica the cherry picker made a comment in the chat about completely, and I was confused. I thought she was talking about List Completely, so I kind of went off on that into that rabbit hole about List Completely. But she was talking about actually. Now,
are you talking about List Completely, Craig, or List Perfectly?
I'm sorry, are they two different ones?
Oh, I don't know if there's a List Completely, but
maybe my mind is just going crazy. Give me a second.
Yeah, DG Picker asked if you were talking about List Perfectly, and I couldn't think of the name, but yeah, that's what I think you're talking about.
My mind is just this. Yes, correct. Whichever one it is, yes, cross-posting. So ignore my comment about List Completely. I don't know why I just grabbed that and went.
Because that's going to be your next step.
Exactly. All you're going to do is take a picture of it and a price, and it's going to go everywhere, and you're going to sell tons of stuff.
I don't want a price. I want the app to figure out the price. I want them to comp it.
Yep. So you're just going to take a picture and say, go, I want to sell it. Make it happen. That would be cool.
If you can create the app to scan eBay and integrate with TerraPeak's data, it should be pretty cool. And then list. Boom. Fills in everything for you.
That would be cool. Wow. Pull up the comps. Maybe you can figure it somehow to say, whatever the average price is, work within a 2% variance either way or something, Yeah. Might be onto something there.
I've been going through my store and repricing using TerraPeak on a year data and getting average sales.
Right.
Get the average sale price and the average, it tells you average shipping price, average sale price. And, you can break it down into filters by new and used and stuff like that. And my sales have picked up. So I've been using the average sale price. And you can go through and look at each listing to see where that price is coming from. But my sales have picked up massively because I'm not trying to squeeze that top dollar out of it all the time. A lot of times you look at the comps and you're like, well, 3 of them sold for $90, but all the other ones sold for like 60 or less. Yeah. So people price it up there at like 90 or 85. And I just been going with the average price, and my sales have been turning and burning big time.
Well, I think that's where you get to the point of having the right product priced appropriately,
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Anita. Good to see you. And I know it's still relatively early out on the left coast.
Right.
Let's talk more about that. The whole take a picture and list it. I think technology-wise, it could happen.
Definitely could. Well, if you look at Amazon and you scan it, and you can scan barcode on Amazon, you can manually search it in on Amazon Seller app, or it's even got that picture ID, where you can scan a book by the cover or whatever. And pretty much that's what Amazon does. You take a picture and you list it.
Right.
You put in your price. So if you integrate that to work on multiple platforms would be pretty cool.
What was that, Anthony?
I said eBay's incorporating that a little bit too. You know how you can go to scan a barcode to comp? There's another option where you can click the other part of that and you can actually take a picture of something to look something up. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does.
Yeah, people look at me kind of crazy because I'll use that every once in a while at the thrift store if I don't exactly know what it's called, especially when it comes to like toys. Like I don't know the toys. You know, so people look at me weird because I'll find a towel, a white towel or something, and lay it on one of their chairs to take the picture of it, because otherwise it gets confused with all the stuff in the background.
Yeah, you got to get all the noise out of the background.
Yeah, and people look at me like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
Veronica says, I need to learn how to use Terapeak. Any chance we can get a tutorial video from our SMEs, subject matter experts? We could definitely either do a show on it or work on some pre-recorded.
I'll definitely try to find you an expert. I'm fairly new to Terapeak, but the main two things that I know how to use is, you know, the research data and then the SEO part, which is the two parts that are integrated with eBay for free.
Wow. Well, the good thing about fishing and picking, I was just looking at your post. Anybody that wants to see the invisible UPC, join the Facebook group, and fishing and picking just post it in there. I'm gonna drop a link. No, I gotta go over to YouTube because I can't write anything in the chat. Is this the right place yet? There's a link to the Facebook group. The good thing is it does have that number there. So theoretically, somebody could easily write something if they don't see a barcode to pick up those numbers. You know? Wow.
Just Me Kathy just dropped a link in there for Flippin' Hippo's Terapeak video.
And what's her name? I almost started talking. I was going to say the wrong name.
Inside of the pool.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name, but yeah, she's got some good information. If y'all hadn't checked out her channel, she's very knowledgeable. She's got a lot of knowledge in plush. If you ever have any plush questions, she's the queen of plush. But she's also got knowledge in other areas. Star is her name.
Yeah, she's from Pittsburgh too.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that.
Yep.
I did not know that.
How much further you guys got to go till you get to the area you're looking for?
Almost there. We're 22 miles.
Wow.
Step on it.
I'm telling you, T-Flip, so when you use the picture, you can't do souls unless you find, copy the name, and paste into search on eBay.
Yeah, so once you identify what it is, then you can manually type it in and check the solds. That's one thing I wish they would.
Oh, so it doesn't automatically put you into the search?
No, it'll just show you the listings that it thinks you're looking for to the picture, you know.
Right.
And then you can't look at solds. You have to go back to search. Once you figure out what it is, type it in and then comp it normally.
Yep. Jen, Hobby Thrifts. I'm sorry if you've been here. I didn't recognize. I didn't notice you joined. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome. I appreciate you coming in. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's show. Guys, I'm going to get out of here a few minutes after 10. I got to go pick my son up, but
that's fine too. We'll probably have.
We're gonna probably bounce off because his battery's dying, and I'm literally burning up because this thing's like burning my legs.
Good morning, Debbie.
One way of losing weight.
Debbie does tails. Good morning. Good to see you again this morning.
Good morning, Deb.
Aaron Marcus, I haven't seen you in a little while. Thanks for coming in.
Aaron?
Siosa Cells is 22 miles left. We've been driving. It's an hour and a half to get there.
So if your battery's dead and you're going to these rummages, your battery's almost dead. How the heck are you going to look things up? Anthony.
We're on a laptop.
Yeah, we're on my MacBook right now.
Oh, wow.
But
what do you?
I want to know why Anthony, being a full-time reseller, does not have a backup external battery for his phone.
I do have one.
Where is it?
We're not on my phone though. We're on a MacBook right now, Tommy.
We're on the MacBook.
He put it down in Derek's pocket. I'm just giving y'all a hard
You run a
time.
MacBook, Tommy.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful. Those things will get hot, especially because it's having to process all the video.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's literally
It's
like
melting, Derek.
I'm trying to decide if I want to get a data sim for my iPad, because I love my iPad, but I got to tether it to my phone, which works, for GPS, and I got a nice big GPS then, and using the internet out in public on my phone, but it's slower than tethering it than if I have it on its own data card.
well, yeah, we're tethering right now off of the Ghost's phone. So
Did your
because even though the car has Wi-Fi built in, we can't use it because it's a rental.
oh yeah, you have to pay for it for sure, and it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Tommy, does the iPad have the 3G or whatever option on it?
It's actually, yeah, it's got the LTE.
Whatever it is, right? Yeah, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I can take my SIM card out of my iPhone and drop it in here, and the internet works a ton faster than if I tether it to my phone, because it's got to transfer from here to the phone, then to the cellular network.
You're limited on your Wi-Fi speeds between them for sure.
Right.
The LTE is a lot faster. Yeah, Aaron, feel free to drop your link, or I think Aaron is I know he is on my channel. Is Aaron a mod in here?
So
Okay, he's a mod in here too. Yeah, Aaron, feel free to drop your link with your story and everything. I know it's pretty tough, but y'all go support Aaron. He's still in that competition. I know it's getting pretty competitive, and he would love some support. So y'all go check that out. Good morning, Taylor's Place. Thanks for jumping in.
And Derek, DMK Scrap Metal says you should be okay, man. Until that thing starts smoking, you should be fine.
Well, it's already smoking my legs already.
Oh, stop crying.
I would say put your big girl panties on and go to work, but that's probably a picture nobody wants in their mind.
It's that every morning, but his big girl.
Do you want to run in? I'll take over.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll take the burn for a what?
Thanks, man. Hey.
Oh dang! Yeah, Derek got pink legs from it. He's a little undercooked yet, guy.
I like my meat medium rare.
So how's the connection now? Is it good? Because we're in like a better area of town.
A lot better. You just cleared up just then.
Yeah, we just pulled over. Just Derek had to run into Walmart for something.
Yeah, your delay seems like it's pretty minimal now.
Did he take me seriously when I said go put on your big girl panties? Is that what he's going after?
Yeah, he's trying to get them grannies.
hey, don't brash the granny panties. They sell well.
Do they?
Yep.
Well, I guess granny's got to wear underwear too, right?
Granny lives matter.
Touche.
Oh my.
So we're trying to see what's going on in the chat here.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing, trying to.
Misha says Craig is on fire with the jokes this morning.
Hey, gotta do something. You got to keep your sanity in this business, and
so you should have got your rent-a-car through whoever Lynn goes through, because they don't charge extra for the Wi-Fi.
Wow. Just to give everybody a little understanding, if I don't, I typically joke and give people the hardest time when I feel like I'm closer to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't talk smack to you, he doesn't like you.
Well, no, it's just
or you don't know you well enough yet.
Right. Like Pat. Like Pat. I pick on Pat all the time, but I've talked to Pat enough where I just feel, it feels like we have that relationship. And I hate to use the word relationship with another man, but you talk to people and you get closer, and I'm like,
Yeah, it develop romances.
Right. But that's my tell on letting my guard down. If I start joking and giving you a hard time, you've made it into that inner circle.
Yeah, I got the rent a car by the airport too, Lynn. I don't know why. Like, I think my phone connects to it, but for some reason, I don't know if it was strong enough to stream on.
Right. And they very well could be blocking some of that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something you can configure. Yeah, anybody that sees that that's interested, definitely go check out Aaron's story. He dropped the link below.
Anamora needs a song, Derek.
Good morning, Anamora. Good morning, Anamora.
Don't give up your day job.
Okay, BK Clipping asks, has anyone had someone purchase an item and they choose local pickup and pay even though they are in another state? I haven't done that recently, but years back when I was selling cars on eBay, I had it all the time.
I have not. I've had a situation where I sold something with shipping, and if I remember right, the item had free shipping. It was a local college item, and the lady bought it, and I printed out. I always print out packing slips just out of habit. I've done it for years. People don't do it. I do it, but I saw the address. I'm like, that's a 15-minute drive for me. I sent her a message, say, hey, is it okay for me to meet you somewhere or drop this off, drop it, at your doorstep, whatever. And she said, sure, no problem. But I've never had the opposite happen.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, BK, did you have that problem? Not that it's a problem, but a lot of cars are a good example. If you do that, a lot of times they'll arrange their own. They'll pay for a freight company to come pick it up for you. There's people like that U-Ship or whatever it's called. You see on the TV show.
Yep.
I need it.
I used to sell a lot of cars before Wisconsin changed it, where you're only allowed to sell so many cars a year. I used to sell cars on eBay like 8-10 years ago, and most of my cars sold from out of state, and then they'd come up within like a week and pick it up.
Right.
Myra.
Good point. Hey, I'm not hating. We don't discriminate on this channel in any way. Race, color, or sexual orientation, age, location, anything.
For some
100%.
reason, I picture Derek wearing, what the hell were they called? Fundaroos or underoos or something?
Like Spider-Man or Superman? That's funny. Yeah, we're gonna
Commando.
Hey,
We got Commander Thomas over there.
That's me all day.
Yeah.
He's hanging with guys.
I don't need to hear that. That's not a good way to start my day.
A 77 two-door Nova. I think that is the car I believe that Destiny learned how to drive on.
Wow.
I don't know if she's still in chat or not, but if the price is right, I like Novas.
Is the 77 is probably one of the newer body styles. Is that the smaller one, or was it the 80s that it changed?
77, that's the still kind of rounded trunk one, isn't it?
That's what I was curious about, because they went from the bigger muscle car down to a smaller. I can't remember if that was late 70s or early 80s.
It's that year where it's not the.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's not the muscly car looking Nova.
Right, and I think that's when I
think of a Nova. It's not.
That's exactly Nova I thought it was. It became more of a coupe than it was a little more of a
Still a sharp car though.
Yeah, still a cool car. I think I've got a friend whose dad had one for a while. And if I remember right, it was that they had a rust. Didn't they have a factory color? It was like a rust color. Uh-oh.
I thought that was my truck alarm going off. I was sitting here listening. I was like, why is my truck alarm going off?
No, it's somebody here at this Walmart. Derek had to run into Walmart to do something, and somebody's car was going off in the parking lot.
Oh. Neville's saying only permitted to sell 3 cars a year without a dealer's license here. I think Tommy was saying that's the way it is in Wisconsin. I know it's that way in Alabama. I don't know if it's
is Derek stealing a car?
Yes, I said he had to do something. I didn't specify what it was.
Go, hurry up.
Derek's reenacting Gone in 60 Seconds.
Hey, that was a great show. I enjoyed that.
It was.
I want to know more about this Nova. I want to know how much and what's wrong with it. And where is it?
Uh-oh. I think I just got the same notification.
What, from ESPN?
Yeah. But,
All original.
I wish that these people would shut their dang car up.
Lynn is saying she's the second owner and has all original paperwork. How many miles is it got on it?
Cali, that's a little far for me. If it was like within 3 states, I'd definitely.
DMK. Live chase coming YouTube live.
I don't have a car at this point I would trust to drive me out to Cali to buy another car.
Lynn, if you're a member of the in the Facebook group, drop a picture of it in there with all the information. I'm sure.
You guys can feel free to do that with anything too. If you're looking to sell stuff,
Yeah,
drop
for sure.
Because I know I'm always looking to buy stuff.
Exactly. That's what I run a couple. I think I was telling one of you guys, I run a couple of the local buy, sell, and trade groups, and I have everything set to where it needs to be approved so before it can list.
Smart.
And I do that so I got first dibs on it.
That's awesome.
Lynn says she doesn't have Facebook. Do you have Instagram or anything? Just trying to think of a way to get the information. I don't mind posting it for you, or one of us could post it in there.
Yeah.
Are you?
We'll post it for you.
Yeah, or just send an email.
Thanks for coming in, DMK.
Yep. Yeah, Jamie, I do the same thing. My kids hate it. My wife gets mad when I do it. They'll be walking up in the car. I'll be waiting in the car. I'll just lay on the horn. She gets all pissed off. But
Tracy, good morning.
Morning, Tracy. It's a little early for you to be up this morning. Yeah, I got to go in just a few minutes here.
Yeah, not a problem. Whenever you have to go, we'll cut it down because my battery's dying on this computer.
Uh-oh. Plug it into the cigarette lighter. No, it's funny saying that. Cars really don't have cigarette lighters anymore. They have places because they don't have the. Not that I would ever need one. I never smoke, but they just don't have the male part of the cigarette lighter.
Lynn sent you an email, Craig.
Clearance aisle is pretty slim in here.
Oh, cool. I'll if you're okay with it, Lynn, I will put it up there on.
Ciosa, did you email me or I completely forget why I was supposed to email you? I'm sorry. If you want, I will email you today. Just do me a favor. Can you send me an email to the email that's in the description box?
And emails are free. Right? You don't charge for emails. They're free.
No, everything's free on my channel. I don't charge for nothing.
Careful saying that, though, in case you change your mind.
Yeah.
Taylor asked, is anybody changing your promoted listing strategy since you only get one listing now? And I'm a little confused on how the seller update reads how promoted listings are going to work. So I got to do a little bit more research.
From what I understand, you're not going to get that extra free. Right now you get that sponsored one, and whoever's bidding the highest on their promoted listing percentage is going to be at the top of that list if there's multiple. But you also get that standard listing, which you can still click on the non-promoted listing and buy it, and people don't pay the promoted listing fee. But I think they're trying to keep that from happening. Is the way I would understand it or think about it. They don't want you're promoting it and you're getting pushed up in the search because you're promoting. But then people are bucking the system by.
But they're also talking that you're going to get more exposure. So they must be exposing you different ways. Like maybe you might be interested in this product type.
Right, but I think that's all going to be done with that next level promoted listing, Premier or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah,
where it becomes more of a pay per click with the promoted listing now. And I haven't read a whole lot about it, so please, everybody, do your research and do your due diligence on this to make sure what I'm saying is correct. But I believe with the premium or whatever this new thing, it's going to be more like a pay-per-click, where every time somebody clicks on it, you pay a fee whether it sells or not, potentially. Versus with the promoted listing, you're just promoting, your listing is just getting pushed to the top of the search results.
See, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for Tommy Bernard to tell me how to do my promoted listings. I'm gonna see what strategy he's gonna use. I value his input.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand eBay wanting to make more money. You know, they are revenue driven, but it's gonna hit across the board. And really, if you're paying for it, you know, what value do you get when everybody's doing it? You know,
Right.
I don't know. I think some of the problems. I think some of the problems we have with it is because we're looking at it as a seller, whereas eBay is looking at it from the platform, their business side. You know.
DMK says whoever put the thumbs down needs to email Craig and tell him why.
Exactly.
He's waiting.
Yeah, I would like to know because it seems like lately I've been getting like a thumbs down pretty quickly. So I'm wondering if somebody's like sub just to go drop that thumbs down and then bounce out.
Well, that happens. You know, don't obsess over it.
I honestly I don't really care because it does good for me either way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. If it's a thumbs down, I need a message from you as to why, so I can send you a bill. Thumbs up are free on our channel, but if you leave a thumbs down, it's $39.99. You got to pay for it. Thumbs down are not free.
Okay.
But
You're a goofball.
See, I'm gonna really get some sales because I'm gonna do 100% promoted listing with 20% off.
The Star Wars
Yes.
one? I have all of them.
on that item that you were going to make 45 cents on anyway, right?
Yeah.
And they have the haulers.
I know.
Did you see the JLB or
All right,
whatever?
guys. I got to get out of here. I got to pick my son up in about 10 minutes. So.
All right.
Alrighty. We are going to go ahead and sign off then, just because we're driving and this computer battery's dying. But I appreciate everyone being here. And that's the ghost. He says, "What's up?" So yeah, thanks for tuning into the show. Sorry about our our Wi-Fi situation or whatnot. But we appreciate everyone being here. Tomorrow's show, whose channel is that on? Is that on mine or is that on one of yours?
Craig's.
It's on Craig's channel tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Is it on mine? Wow, I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry.
I'm glad somebody's paying attention because I had no clue.
So tomorrow's on Craig's channel, and then it'll be on mine next Friday. Perlini says hi to the ghost. The ghost says hi, Perlini.
So we're on my channel Friday and Monday. Wow, I'm not even prepared. I got to come up with something.
I'll help you out, Craig. I'll help you out.
You should just make your call. I don't know what to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we usually never talk about what the topic is anyways. We do for about 5 minutes and it goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, usually Friday we have somebody come on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I didn't even, God, I've been so disconnected with that. Because I missed Monday. I didn't even think about Friday.
Well, we should be covered for this Friday. We don't have to have somebody because we just had Tiffany on.
Tiffany yesterday, yeah.
Unless there's somebody that wants to come on and chat, get a hold of one of us and we'll set it up.
Reach out to us on Facebook or email or whatever if you want to come on, and we'll welcome that. If not, that's cool. We'll come up with a topic and just treat it like any other day.
Tracy said, "Just talk food."
And we do that. We do that ourselves. Me and Tommy. So don't worry about
Thursdays. Me and Derek do that. That's our snacking lunchtime.
So is Friday going to be the mukbang or mukbang or whatever you call it?
We're making a mukbang right now with these Oreos.
chocolate Oreos.
That's one long. Here you go. Let me see. All one.
Kathy says, "Yes, let's talk food. Everybody wants a food show."
All right, we're going to be cooking. We're going to be cooking up our eBay sales.
Are we going to the place with the pizza chips tomorrow, Derek?
Possibly.
We should see if they have Wi-Fi and we could do like a live pizza chip tasting.
All right, guys.
There you go.
All right,
Alrighty, guys.
Craig, you better get out of here before you get in trouble for being late, man.
I'm gonna be in trouble one way or another. I might as well enjoy it.
All right, guys, we're gonna end it up.
We'll see y'all.
See ya.
Catch you guys later.
Yeah, we'll have some video for you guys coming up.